No, just happy to get a home win. Just kind of, been working on some things the last 2 days and saw some success in that. So I know the girls got some confidence in that. And, I thought our press did a really good job of just kind of taking them out of their stuff. And I thought we just moved the ball better offensively. But, for the most part, other than that last, 3 to 4 minutes of the game, I thought the girls did a really good job.
Did the way they were sagging off in that zone, did you expect to take that many threes? And how happy were you with the way you kind of took what that defense was giving you, because they were taking away SI early?
Yeah, they did take her away, and so it was great for the guards. I think just getting their confidence going, and they shot the ball really well. We got down a little bit, came back, went into halftime. Faith made a great shot there at the end of the half, and then I felt it loosened up a little bit. They came out on us a little bit tighter. Then SI got a couple of and ones for us, and we just tried to put her in a different situation, different position in the second half than we did in the first, just to try and get her a touch. But the more we were just talking about, the more we go inside-outside game, I think the better our offense is going to be.
Did you feel, I don't know what the motion would have been at halftime, but it seemed like BC controlled a lot, but you hit all those threes and you ended up going into halftime ahead and then could kind of regather yourself.
Yeah, and we just talked about, you never know if you're going to shoot the ball that well, so we didn't want to come out at halftime and be like, oh, that's just what we're going to do. We had to go inside to SI a little bit, and Lauren and those guys. And like I said, I thought when SI got a couple of touches and got some and ones and got on the glass for us, it kind of loosened up things a little bit, and I just thought we played a little bit more free, and we moved the ball better tonight too.
Faith and Bree, how much did you guys recognize that defense, and did you expect that many looks from three tonight, and how did you guys think you executed with that when they were kind of packing it in there early?
Yeah, I mean, we were just working on basically trying to attack the zone and kick out for open shots, and they weren't really guarding us on the three-point line. So our coaches were saying, like, when you feel it, be confident in your shot and just shoot it.
There's a lot of times when it was just kind of swinging around the perimeter a lot, where you guys first thought was always to try to go inside, but it was kind of taken away. How hard was that to kind of develop a shot when that was taken away?
Oh, yeah, we were trying to move the ball around to just get some movement, but through all that swinging the ball around, we have to be able to attack the gap some, and I think because they took away the inside, it might have caught us off guard a little bit, and we weren't sure what to do at first, but I think as the game went on, we did a better job.
You get down 8 there in the first half, and Sarah Beth hit a couple big threes for you. How big of a lift was she in that first half?
It was big. You never know when your number's going to be called, and she played significant minutes for us, and I thought she did a really good job. So, yeah, I mean, it's you look at that we got balanced scoring again, and you just, like I said, you just never know when you're going to need somebody. And so she was ready tonight. She was focused, and she came out, and she did a really nice job for us.
Kind of an unusual stat line for Michaela tonight.
Yeah.
With turnovers, and though she did get 13 points and make her free throws, did she just struggle a little bit against?
Well, I think they pressed us the whole game, and her and Bree and Faith, for the most part, were breaking it. She played a lot of minutes, and then I thought at the end where it really kind of showed up was that last 3 to 4 minutes of the game, where I thought, the majority of our team was like, okay, you go ahead, Michaela, and just handle it. And we just can never get ourselves in that situation. It's from the start of the game to the end of the game, everybody has to participate in a press break. And Michaela's 5'7". It's not this, once the trap's coming, she needs people around her. And I thought she did a better job breaking the press early, because we struggled a little bit against the Syracuse, and I thought she really kind of came along, watched some film, and did a much better job, her, Bree, and Faith, of breaking it early, getting some early buckets, setting us up into stuff. I thought there was a better flow to that. But I'd be interested to see how many of those turnovers kind of came down the stretch there, yeah.
You're probably not going to shoot 50% from three-point range every night, but do you feel like this is, in general, a good three-point shooting team?
Oh, for sure. I mean, percentage-wise, I think Bree, Mick, and Faith are all right around 38, 39, 40. I mean, they're all in a, so, we always talked about, every player has a slump, where they get stuck a little bit, but they typically never stay there, or hopefully don't stay there too long. And I feel like we got a little bit of breathing room tonight, But again, moving forward, we have to be a team that can go inside out at times. And we just got to recognize that depending on what type of zones are being played.
Faith, as a shooter, are you someone that's always eyes kind of light up when you see a zone like that in your career?
I don't really care. You can play man, you can play zone. So we're just going to attack and be aggressive.
Jim, what did you think of seemed like defensively, especially early on, they were able to get a lot of trips,
Yeah.
get to the rim easily, which
Yeah.
was, they were you took away their threes.
Yeah, we did.
But they got you inside.
Yeah, we talk about guarding the ball, and it's a weakness of ours, I mean, we have some people that can guard it, but not everybody, and they just have such good ball movement, and that was a key for us, I think, is we did give up too many off the bounce scores, but it was significant that we were able to take that 3 away. But again, we preach it, we work on it, we have got to be able to sit down and guard the ball, and we're just going to keep working on it.
Brianna, team goes back out on the road again. Did you learn anything in the Syracuse loss? Do you think that can help you?
Definitely. I mean,
on the road, and if so, what?
well, our shots weren't falling like they normally do against Syracuse, and I just think better execution offensively, even if shots aren't falling, but just try to get that movement. Defensively, I think we could have done a better job as well. But we just all need to stick together in those times where it's getting a little tough and just grind it out and do whatever we need to do to win those games. And especially being on the road, we have to be tougher.
Andrew's like,
Any early thoughts on Louisville and your next road opponent?
I mean, I was obviously focused on this game as it was the team, but, Louisville, obviously just a great team, top 10 team, draw 10 to 11,000 people, play very physical, press. I mean, they'll throw, the kitchen sink at you between pressing and man-to-man and some zone. They're just a really hard-nosed team, athletic and hard-nosed. And so we're going to have to be able to go into an environment and match that intensity. And, it's going to be very loud. So the team's going to have to take on a lot of game management on their own because they're not going to be able to hear some things. And so I think poise in that game, a toughness and a poise to us is going to be imperative, and being able to break a press and flow into our stuff and do a good job of getting stops.
One more question about Louisville then. Obviously, Sarah Beth going back home to Kentucky. Was that more Debbie? Was that you when she transferred?
No, me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you take us through that? And do you look at Kentucky now as a recruiting place because they're in the league?
We look at players wherever they are. So I don't say we completely focus on an area. We're pretty heavy into that D.C., Philly area. We've been successful there. As a coach, I think you're trying to always go back to, where you've been rewarded in recruiting. And so we're kind of more of the up and down East Coast. But it's not to say we do not get in Ohio or Kentucky. I mean, we obviously do. But yeah, Sarah Beth, it was kind of right off of the minute I got the job, it was like, we're in phone call situation. So it was so quick. It was really quick within the first couple of weeks.
Coaches talk about holding serve at home
Yeah.
in conference play. Are these games especially
Huge.
important because of that?
Huge. I mean, it's you gotta protect your home floor. I mean, the two things we always say: protect your home floor and be road warriors. And we gotta learn. And I think we've done a fairly good job at home. I mean, it's not perfect, but I think we're learning more and more what that means to be, to protect your home floor and what we need to do to be able to do that. But we've really, really, really got to emphasize and get better at being road warriors. And that's, to what Bree says, is just having a grind to us for 40 minutes and just sitting down and guarding people and taking care of the ball. I mean, all the things that, you have to do on the road. And, we're capable of doing it. It's just we got to execute it on the road.